Let's take a couple of minutes and we'll walk through the system settings on the AVH-X3600BHS. So for right now I have the radio switched off, but I'm going to hit the home button right here and we'll go across the bottom and find the gear or the system settings. Let's start at the top. First up is our auxiliary input and AV input. Right now aux input is switched on and AV input is switched off. I can switch both of those on if I want, and these things will appear in my source menu. So when I hit the home button or I hit the source button here, I'll have auxiliary input and AV input appear as sources on my screen. If you don't want to see those things as sources on your screen, if you don't like to use them, you can switch them off and they will be grayed out on the screen. Next up is our device connection setting here, and right now it's set to iPhone via USB. Let's open this up and see what else is available to us. With device connection right now set to iPhone via USB, you would use that connection if you're using an iPhone 4 or iPhone 4S. Also, if you're using an iPhone 5 that is hooked up to only play music through the Lightning connector, no video. Let's touch that. We can also switch to iPhone via Bluetooth. So if you're using an iPhone 5 and you want to be able to play back videos and use Pioneer's app radio mode, you would use this connection setting. And we can touch that one more time. If you want to add on Pioneer's external navigation system, the optional AVH-U250, you would use that setting with the Navi setting. For right now, I'm going to use mostly iPhone via USB, so we'll keep that connection setting that way. We'll go back. Next up is our Pandora connection setting. Right now it is set for iPhone, but this radio is also capable of playing back Pandora through Android devices. So depending on your phone connection, choose either Android or iPhone. Next up are our MirrorLink settings, and we have a full video on MirrorLink, so you want to check that out to get more information there. Next up is our firmware update. We can touch that and we can update through USB our firmware, and this is where we would begin that process. And we have firmware information. You can check that version information so that you can see if you need to make an update. Next up is our mix track setup, and for more information on mix tracks, check out the mix tracks video. Next is our picture adjustment. We'll open that window. And we have a number of different adjustments that we can make to the screen here to make it easier for you to see. And you can switch between your source and your rear camera, and also apps if you have that type of connection on the system. We'll go back. Next up is our system language. Right now it's set to English. You have a number of different languages to choose from, but be careful. If you don't speak these languages, it might be tough to get back to your original language. Next up, we have a couple of settings for Sirius Xm if you have the optional SXV200 tuner installed on the system. The first one here is Tune Start, and we can switch that on or off. And Tune Start will allow you to hear the beginning of songs on your first 6 presets. For more information on that, you can check out the Sirius Xm video. The next one up is our Sirius Xm Reset. When you first install a Sirius Xm tuner, you're going to want to hit this button to reset the system. Next up is our demo mode, where we can turn the system's demonstration on or off. Next up is our mute or attenuate setting. And with this system, you can install an external navigation system, or you can run apps from the system, or you can get phone calls. So here we get to decide what to do with the music when you get a phone call or you get information from your nav system. Right now it is set to mute, so when I get a phone call, the music will mute. Or I can change that so that the music lowers its volume. It will attenuate the volume by 20 dB, attenuate the volume by 10 dB, or we can completely turn this setting off and not change the music at all. I like to have the music mute when I'm making a phone call or I'm hearing something from the navigation system, so we'll set that to mute for right now. Next up are our speaker settings. Right now the rear speaker settings are set to full range output. We can change that so it's a subwoofer output from our rear speakers. My system, we're going to change that to full range output. Next is our keyboard language. Right now that is set to English. That can be changed to several different languages. And we have Everscroll across the bottom here. Right now Everscroll is switched off. If you like to see text information continuously scroll across your screen from MP3s, WMAs, and so forth, you can have Everscroll switched on. If you want to see it scroll across your screen once or twice and then stop, you can switch Everscroll off. We'll go down to our next page here. Next up is our Bluetooth audio. Right now Bluetooth audio is switched on, and that means Bluetooth audio will show up in your source list. If you don't use Bluetooth audio, you can switch that off so it won't show up in your source list. But I like Bluetooth audio. I use that a lot, so we're going to keep that switched on. Here we can clear out the memory for our Bluetooth. If you've had several phones connected and you want to dump the memory out, you can do that here. And we can update our Bluetooth software here as well. That's where you would start the Bluetooth update process. And we can check our version information for Bluetooth on this radio here. Next up is our camera polarity, and right now our camera is switched off. So if you have the optional backup camera, Pioneer's ND-BC6 camera installed in your system, when you put the vehicle in reverse, you'll see the backup camera information here. You've got to switch the backup camera on so that it comes on either with a battery signal or with a ground signal. We can leave that switched off for right now. And next up is our auto EQ measurement. This is where we begin the auto EQ process. If you have the optional CD MC20 microphone installed, you can start that measurement right here.